Their plasma, their blood, their brains in 7 days look like advanced meditators, people who just have never meditated before. Every time we've done a study, we have been completely blown away by the power of human potential. We're greater than we think. We're more powerful than we know. We're more unlimited than we can ever dream. And when you have this incredible evidence in science, and you have the incredible evidence in human testimony, I think evidence is the loudest voice, right? So my belief has been absolutely blown away because the data is telling us that we're incredibly powerful. And as an example, just as a fun experiment, we took young people between the ages of 18 and 25, and we paired them with elders that were at least 30 years or more older, in their 60s, 70s, or 80s. And we did brain scans on them and did cognitive tests on them and did some other studies. And the job was that they had to spend the entire 7 days together. They had to eat together. They had to sit next to each other. They had to teach the information back to each other. They had to meditate next to each other. They had to have a huddle at 5:30 in the morning and take these cognitive tests. And it was hilarious because at the beginning of the study, the elders were like, "I'm sorry, I have another kid. This kid is not going to work for me." And the young kids were like, "Oh my God, that person there's no way. They're so mean. I'm never going to make it." And we said, no, that's part of the study. And it turns out that they became incredibly connected. And we used people going through a 7-day retreat as the control, which just about 100% of the people's brains changed for the better. So these people, we knew their brains were going to change for the better. But when we paired the young with the old, their brains were comparatively way better than anybody in the community that was going through the event. In other words, the wisdom of the elder somehow was transferred to the youth, and the plasticity of the youth somehow was given to the elder. And when we looked at the post scans of the brain, their forebrains were in beautiful gamma, like super conscious, super present, super aware. And the rest of the brain were these elegant patterns of alpha, creative and relaxed and awake. When we did the cognitive tests, we were expecting or hoping that the elders would perform better by hanging out with the youth, but we discovered the youth actually performed better by hanging out with the elders. And again, we just never anticipated that. It's so important for you to hang out with your grandparents. Yeah. It's so important to hang out with people that are older than you because there's an exchange of information, both locally and non-locally, that transforms each other. And we discovered that people change people. That's what community is about.